All right, fellas, this is your dog, not your puppy, Rome the pacifist. Today I wanted to make a little reaction video to what Goblack2africa was making concerning African immigrant that live abroad. I have a different opinion from him on this one. You know, just because somebody has moved to Africa does not mean that they all of a sudden have that moral legitimacy to tell people in Africa or abroad, or the black community, what to do. Just because somebody has moved to Africa does not mean that any black man that is not living in Africa does not have the interest of Africa at heart. I take one example. Goblack2africa, he's in Africa right now. And I'm sure he has more, he probably has more influence on Black America being in Africa than he did when he was here. Sometimes you have more influence and more impact being abroad than when you are home. This whole repat movement is a good thing. To me, I don't know if it's going to have any concrete change on the continent until you start having like industrialists come to Africa. Because right now, most of the people that are going to Africa, they're not really industrialists. They're definitely people that are strong-minded. Goblack2africa, I like a lot of videos he makes, and I follow it for reasons of being able to see how people see Africans from the outside perspective. Because at the end of the day, Goblack2africa still has more of a Western, cultural molding, if we can say that. So yeah, it's true that a lot of Africans live abroad, and it's okay to live abroad and be wealthy. I live abroad myself. I was born and raised in Africa, but I probably a lot of time I have more impact on my family being over there than if I had stayed in Africa. And it's not a way of saying I'm not going to go back to Africa and this and that and the third. There's a lot of other races and there's a lot of other groups that leave their country, go to Africa, make money. What's wrong about Africans leaving Africa and go to, let's say, North America and make money? I don't see anything wrong with that. And with that being said, Goblack2africa, you faithfully and willingly, voluntarily served in the United States military all through your career, climbing ranks. You were at the position, if they were to say, just push that button and throw nuclear bombs on Africa, you would have done it. You were at that position willingly where the Pentagon was to say, hey, just blow up a whole fucking black neighborhood in America. You would have done it. So my question to you is this. And when you are at the position of influence where you are, Go Black or Oconee, or this, you say your African name was Oconee. But my real problem with that is you said a lot of Africans should use African name, but you can't pronounce them a lot of time. There's a reason why Africans use Western name, just like Swahili, they use Western writing system. There's nothing wrong with Africa globalizing. But what I wanted to say is that you serve in the United States military faithfully. If you were at the position, if they say, hey, wipe out the whole black race, you would have done it. And you retire with honor. And you living off the Pentagon money. So my question is, what gives you the moral legitimacy to actually go to Africa or to come to Black America or the Caribbeans and give them lessons on what they could do as black people when in fact you have served at the supreme level of Western institutions as a servant? You do not have that legitimacy. I know you say you're talking to a lot of Africans on the ground. Let me tell you, bro, a lot of those Africans on the ground, they're still giving you reason of the doubt. They're giving you special treatment. And any Afro-American, anybody that was born and raised in the U.S. would admit that most Africans are going to give them a little special treatment. Because people in Africa are considerate. Like me, I have, when somebody comes from another part of the world, they might spit on the ground and I'm like, oh, that's probably how they were raised, and there's a way to bring them into little change. And sometimes you just can't change people 100%. And I think that's why you see the diaspora love Africa, is because people are considerate. So I know you're saying that you're talking to people on the ground. Man, you haven't been in Africa that long to tell us that live abroad that we lost root with Africa. You know, you could come out of Africa and live here in the US or live there in Europe and so forth for a long time and never really fit in 100%. You know, I'm not saying you're not fitting in Africa, but yeah, you know, a lot of us that live here abroad, we do a lot of things for Africa. And a lot of us go back regularly. So Africans down on the ground, they're not going to treat you the way they treat us here. Okay? You're not getting phone calls at 3 in the morning, you know, for money issues, funerals, people at the hospital. You're not getting this phone call. They're not going to call you that, because they're not going to call you for stuff like that. And I'm sure if they did that, you would start looking at Africa a little differently. A lot of us out here really care for the continent. And it's not that I feel a need, you know, I don't feel a need, you know, to entertain your aspiration. Like, I don't feel like I have to do things one way or the other because Goblack2africa said this. Like, a lot of people want to shame Black America for not going to Africa. You know, Black America doesn't have to go to Africa. There is going to be a select breed of those that could go to Africa and succeed and make change. And any Afro-American that cannot do it, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that. I'm a pacifist. And that's why I say, this is your dog, not your puppy. Rome the pacifist. You know, the repat movement right now is full of a lot of people that have served in the military, are suffering from PTSD, which means that group might not be the right group to make concrete changes in Africa. And that's why you've seen a lot of people that are going, they having more complaint than solutions to problems. You know, and really, with all due respect to Goblack, he's actually one of the few repat that I see that has the ability to come out with some concrete approach to things. So this is the only area where he acted like he was beefing with the African immigrants abroad. That I hope that my idea that I'm putting out there could probably make him think differently. Because it's one thing to go on the ground and, you know, talk to people, this, that, and the third. People in Africa up to right now, you might not know it. They might just be telling you what you want to hear. It depends on how you ask them questions. If you ask people questions like you want a certain type of answer, yeah, they might tell you, oh yeah, those guys that are abroad, they're doing this, they're doing that. But, you know, when we're here abroad, we got to bear a lot of the brunt of African stereotypes and so on and so forth. And the degrees that Africans get, they're using it to make changes on the continent. A lot of the guys that are out here with big degrees, they've done a lot of great things in Africa. And a lot of people do go back to Africa and do very concrete things. They might not be on YouTube and all that, but they're doing a lot of stuff. So really, my advice to those that are repatriating to Africa, be constructive. Don't go to Africa out of anger. Don't try to shame all Black Americans. Like, oh, you got to come to Africa. Some Black people are going to do better some Black people are going to serve Africa better being in America. Some will serve Africa better being in Africa. Right now, the people that I've seen move there, I've seen a trend. I could be wrong. But I'm seeing that a lot of these guys move into Africa. They're playing the Black unity race, the Black unity game, or shall I say, they're playing the Black unity card. They're playing the Africa unity card. But when you look closely, a lot have one thing in common. You can name somebody. You look closely, a lot of them have one thing in common. They've served in the United States military and claim to be suffering from PTSD. These are not the right type of people to make changes in Africa. I mean, the YouTube videos are inspiring. They're inspiring, and it kind of helped to bring our people together. That's one thing I like about the videos, and I follow quite a few of them, you know, trying to throw some of my insight here. So it's important that Africans that were born in Africa and have lived abroad bring their own perspective, because eventually it will nourish your own perspective, you know. And it's good that Go Black put this video out there, because yes, there are some Africans that come here, and when they go back to Africa, they feel a certain way about the families over there. But for the vast majority of Africans that live abroad, it's a lifelong journey of effort and catering to their family back home. Somebody is sick, some friends that you know never call you at 2 in the morning, they call you. Because a lot of time when it's like 10 a.m. in Africa, it might be like, you know, it might be like 2 a.m. here or something. People call you. People wake up at 8, call you. You got to do things for them. So these are things to take into account. So my message really to those of African descent, be it Afro-Americans, be it Caribbeans, don't move to Africa because some dude made a YouTube move to Africa and start a YouTube channel and trying to shame you into going there. Because some people have been shamed into go to Africa, and then they get there and realize they did not have the strategic mechanism in place to survive. It's a different environment. It's an environment with less resources. You know, I don't believe that Africa need a lot of these war veterans. I'm not even sure if they're over there on their personal mission. I have a feeling that a lot of these guys might be on the Pentagon's paycheck, if you ask me. How come out of a whole movement, it looks like 50% of the people are ex-Marines, ex-Special Forces? Oh, I used to jump off the plane. I was locked up. These are not the type of people that we need. We need great minds like Jay-Z. Those are people that have proven themselves. We need industrialists who can come and lay down the foundation, the groundwork for others to then come. Somebody like Go Black, you've not really, I mean, a lot of video. I be liking a lot of things you do, man. I be liking a lot of, you very energetic person. But you are not well positioned. You're not at the position to school anybody, be it African migrant, be it Africans on the ground, on how they should behave when they come to Africa, you know. And you're not in any position to, you know, give lessons to anybody of African descent or what to do. Because again, like I said, it's okay to serve in the United States military, but, you know, you serve there faithfully. So why then give you the legitimacy to turn around and want to be a hero to the very same Africans that you were at the position where you, if you were told to bomb them, you would have done it. You're not any different from somebody from any other race going to Africa for what I'm concerned. The only good thing is you have some African ancestry, and you can kind of use that to unite our people, because our people need some healing and need some type of unity. So, yeah, I hope, Go Black to Africa, if you watch my video, I hope you take it as a constructive criticism. You know, all that lashing out anger about, oh, I was all street in America, not this, that, and the third. We don't need that in Africa, bro. If that's what people are bringing in Africa, you're bringing the wrong energy. Because a lot of Africans, we are here, you know, and there's really no, we fought enough. There's no need for this energy of trying to insult people, calling them the N-word and suckers and this, that, and the third. It takes nobody nowhere. If people are going to Africa with that attitude, it's not going to help. It would just hurt, you know. But other than that, most of your videos be really inspiring. You one of the few that are actually doing concrete stuff. You know, again, when you are in public, people are going to criticize you. So when Africans have a constructive criticism towards you, you know, take it as a nourishing thing. Don't come on YouTube and lash out. You know, anybody could be angry. It takes a man to control his emotion. And it takes a boy to lash out the way you did on YouTube. But again, you do what you got to do, bro. And with that, this is your dog, not your puppy. Rome the pacifist. I borrowed that idea from Go Black to Africa. But anyway, continue doing what you got to do. And your ideas that you put out there will be nourishing a lot of people's thoughts, you know. All right. Thank you. Bye.